Everybody, let's check out another new one that just rolled onto the lot. Went and picked this one up just last week. Super cool old car, 1953 Chevy Bel Air, fresh out of a farm pasture here in central Kansas. So this came on a big load of cars I bought last year, just trying to get some of these loose ends tied up. So let's check this one out, see what it's all about, take a look at her. Like I said, 1953 Bel Air, basically completely original, just the way they parked this car. The story, this was Grandma and Grandpa's car. They parked out in the corner of the pasture, been sitting there ever since, until we hauled it in last week. As we can see, a lot of the chrome, which is common to chrome of this era, is pretty much shot. The shine's gone off of it. However, the thing about it is this stuff is still straight. This grill's not beat up. The bumpers are not beat up. Sheet metal's not beat up. So still a lot of good pieces just right here on the front. Let's go ahead and head around this way and check it out. And remember, if you've got questions about this 53 Bel Air or any of the other 1,500 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground, give me a call, 620-786-4428. Having a short conversation about your project or what you're looking for is the only way to know if I've got something here that might be able to help you out. So be sure to give me a call. We'll have a chat about what you got you're working on. This old Bel Air, we look down the side of it here, pretty straight old car. Got the side trim on it, got these cool Bel Air emblems on the rear doors. Let's take a peek inside of this thing. And there again, just exactly as they shut the key off. Factory radio, factory clock. If we look on top of the steering column there, we can see this was even a Power Glide car. So, would have been a sharp car in its day in baby blue and white. Just been sitting for a long time since they parked it years ago. We'll come around the back. Let's check out when they did park it. As we get around the back of this thing, we can see the Kansas license plate on here from 1974. So I'm assuming that's when they parked this thing. Back then, that's when they still used a new tag every year. So I'm guessing that that was probably last time this was driven was in the mid-70s. Once again, back here, all intact, just weak chrome. You know, stuff's not broken up, just the chrome's weak. The same thing on the bumper. But it's always neat to see one of these old cars intact, you know, just as you found it. Somebody that drove this at one point must have went to Fort Hays State, because we've still got the old parking sticker even in the back window of this thing. Just about gone, can't tell what year it's from for sure, but it's still there. We'll come over to this side of this old Bel Air, take a look at it, kind of the same thing. Other than the hubcaps, pretty much all there, just exactly the way this car was years and years ago while they were using it. Let's look inside it over here. Kind of the same thing in here. Got a few bits and pieces laying around, but just intact and unmolested. Got an old can. I don't know what that little can is. Can't even hardly tell. There's no brake fluid can there, but not even enough left to tell what it was. What else we got in here? Oh, we got a statue. A little Jesus statue, probably stuck on the dash or something at one point. And this is kind of odd. We see the car's got a factory radio in it, but there's also a delete plate laying inside the car. So maybe this didn't have a radio to start with, and they put one in it. Who knows? The stories these old cars could tell, you know, would be crazy at this point if we could actually hear what these things went through. Let's look at the back seat real quick. Here's something kind of interesting. We'll take a look at these hubcaps, and they're actually an aftermarket 54 type cap, which is really weird. I don't think I've ever seen any of these. You know, they look just like it, but if you look real close, where the emblem is, there's no bow tie. It's actually just got a bar on it. You know, and obviously the OE ones of these had a plastic center. This is all stamped, no bow tie. So aftermarket Chevy hubcaps. These would have been correct for a 54, not necessarily a 53, but that's probably what they put on this thing. May have lost a few back in the day. This is what they found, they fit, so that's what it's got. So that's what's always cool too. You never know for sure what you're gonna find in some of these old cars, including aftermarket look-alike caps. Let's come on back around the front, take a peek under the hood of this old girl. And there again, basically just the way it's supposed to be. Plug wires are missing, oil fill cap's missing, but other than that, This thing is just exactly how it was built. See, the original type air cleaner has an add-on oil filter because yes, these didn't have oil filters, so that was an add-on deal. Even the wiring and everything on here, just original. Over here, we can take a peek at our trim tag, where it shows some of the details of this car. So, neat old car. It's always cool to see these things just the way they are, unmolested. This is just how we picked this thing up out of an old pasture right on the edge of a field in Kansas, and that's exactly how we drug it in. So, cool old car. Hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned. More cool videos coming up. Be sure to check them out. We got a lot of cool stuff to check out around here with 1,500 cars and trucks on the ground. So check them out, click on the next video, and see what's coming up next.